Ding, ding, ding. I understand everything that you're saying, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But what continuously haunts me, my dreams, is you asking me to do stuff and not looking into how to do it. What do we do
Well,
with that, man?
that's why I have you at, my friend. You're supposed to help me, help you.
I need your energy. I don't know what it is, but your boy's feeling just, oh. I mean, you ever have that moment where, like, man, everything I could have done great, it's too late to do it now. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, football.
like, like physically, I'm so far away physically from where I was before, right? I feel like my prime reading years, like I'm supposed to be. Let me tell you this: I'm supposed to be the old guy that comes up on the scene and has, some very interesting stories to tell, or, oh, you know what? I've been reading, blah blah blah, and I feel like I'm out of stories, man. I'm out of things to talk about, Dean. I was thinking, look, I was trying to get ease into the football season, and I found myself being what's up out there? I found myself being more interested in the Hocus Pocus 2 trailer and the Little Mermaid live action trailer. And I thought, what is that, man? What is that, Dean? I want you, Dr. Dean. I'm laying on your couch right now. Please, just diagnose me something. What is it?
What you going through?
Yes.
Yeah, damn, you just damn crazy. Shit.
He said, man, girls, I ain't gonna cuss it all tonight. And he
That's
got
all it is,
three of them
man.
right in a row.
Yeah, you just
Right
look
in a
crazy,
row.
man.
You
You
know
might
what?
need a little shot. You drink cognac?
Okay, that's where we start the show. All right, I'm out of here. I can't deal with this dude. Can't
You
deal with
don't
this
drink
dude at all.
cognac?
Anyway, man, welcome back to Let's Talk with Gales and Dean. I'm your host, Gales, and as usual, to my left is.
It's your boy, the insane Mr. Dean with my guy. He's back and he's gone that quick and he's back. Quit touching shit over there.
Hey,
I
watch
need you
your
on the
mouth. This is
screen,
a
brother.
family show. What are you doing? I saw what you and Tane did, man. Y'all just don't care.
Hey,
Y'all just don't care. You know what that is? That's that Rick. What is it? Rick James stuff right there, man.
what's that?
Well, he walks in some super high platform shoes, got mud all on it, and started rubbing it all over the Eddie Murphy's new suede couch. That's you. That's you.
Hey,
You're
guess what?
absolutely a habitual line stepper. You know that?
Guess what? TWFS. Do,
Wait a minute now.
do I need to
Dean,
reiterate that?
wait a minute. What are you doing right now?
TWFS.
Oh no, Dean.
Do you know what that is? Do I need to
What
reiterate that
is
to the
it?
people out there?
Oh my goodness, there it is.
The whole fucking
Bleeping.
show.
That's what I'm gonna do. When I feel like you're gonna curse, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Is bleep. It's gonna bleep at you. Yes, the whole bleeping show. Hashtag TWFS. Get out there and make a hashtag famous today, folks.
Hey, that's gonna carry. You see what he said, man.
I mean, there's no way I could ever hold such a thing, man. Speaking of Tane, thanks so much for filling in on the show. As you see, we're kind of back. I think we're almost fully back, Dean. How's that feel, man?
Now we ain't fully back. We back. It's back.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stay on your ass, man. I'm stay on your ass, man. Hit the link so somebody want to join in. They want to talk shit. Don't be scared out there. Don't be scared, cause it's back. It's a little bit. It's a family friendly show, but it's a little bit uncensored now too.
Listen,
Cause
man.
look. I ain't gonna lie. While you was out, you let your boy take the reins there for a while.
Oh,
And
it
when I
was
took the
fantastic, by
reins,
the way. Thank you for that.
When I took the reins, it got a little bit crazy.
A little bit. You say a little bit? A
A
little
little bit.
That's your conscience speaking to you right now. The
Hey,
fuck are you
man.
saying?
When I took the reins, man, it got a little bit crazy, a little bit uncensored, man. I talked a little bit of shit. I said a little bit of big cuss words, but it is what it is, man. They did not ban us. They didn't ban us. We're here. You
We're
know?
here. That's all we can worry about, man. But look, we were talking before about, I'm going to call it, is it midlife crisis? I need people to get in the comments. What is a midlife crisis? Where you just feel like, personality, career, like, what do you call that? What do you call that, Jeremy Brown? got them hot break kid glasses on.
Hey,
That's my best Jeremy Brown impersonation.
check this out,
Shout
Brian.
to
I got the
downtown
Heartbreak
Jeremy
Kid
Brown.
glasses on. It only goes with that name. That's why I put them on, man.
The Heartbreak
TWFS
Kid.
hashtag. When you see Dean, it's hashtag TWFS.
Well,
Do I need to say it one more time?
This graphic?
I think they
Wait a
need to say it.
minute. You
I
can
think they want me to say it one more time, man.
Being
Look,
on or off the camera, but you can control the graphics. Get that graphic out of here.
no,
What are you doing?
the whole fucking show. Let's go, baby.
Man, I'm about to lose it. Don Gales is coming back shortly. If you keep on, man. Hey, government. He said, "Say it again." Come on, man. Nothing but trolls in here, man. Nothing but trolls. But listen, we'll start off with, how was your football premiere, my man?
Well,
hey, bachelor party plans.
Hey,
it's
Josh
coming.
McGee. It's coming. I call you. I call you tomorrow. We'll talk. We'll talk, brother.
First of all, doesn't Josh McGee even remember me? Like, I was very as big as I was a very tiny part of that team. And we revealed before when we were talking to Tame that there are some times where beyond the sports, what transcended sports for me was the relationships that I made through sports. Right? There are some people that I would not probably know had I not been, what's up, Jeremy? Said, hey, I remember Dean. Hey,
Josh,
me.
we can't reveal the plans for the bachelor party because
I can't remember the song.
Because Tame will know we gotta try to surprise him, so we can't tell him because he's looking in the show. So that's a conversation me and you will talk about. We can't let him know.
Oh man, he says, yeah, he basically remembers me, folks. And for the people who are just listening, but he also says, you were sorry, right? You were sorry as bleak, Gail. See, oh man, I appreciate being remembered though. Of course, man. Great to see you, brother. Great to see you too. Nice people have some memories around here. There you go. Okay, let's talk tomorrow. Let's go, Dean. That's for you.
But back to your question.
You got the glasses on. You got all kinds of swagger going on.
You remember Shawn Michaels' pants he used to do?
Your Nike shirt on, but they're not paying us. There's a reason I wear the great value, nothing on the shirt.
Shit, Nike been paying me for a while because I'm sponsored by Nike.
By the way, first of all, pay the man. Come on, man. Secondly,
welcome back.
You understand? So 2 years I went just wearing a black shirt straight.
A black guy, a very dark man wearing a black shirt, people.
I can't. So what we were talking about was Dean was talking about your daggum football premiere. Like, how was your football weekend, man?
Well, my football premiere was pretty good. Oh, well, let me take it back. Shout out to the Winsfield Wildcats third grade tackle team. That's the team that I coach out here. We won a tough game in overtime against Kirkwood. And the crazy part is 3 weeks ago, we played this team in the Jamboree. We beat them 28-0. They coach is a guy that I became to know. I've become to know him out here, play basketball with him. Cool dude. Took over as the head coach this year. And he really turned them around, man. They came with a different type game plan. And his son is a beast running the ball. This kid is one of those thick little, there's no weight limit to run the ball. So he about
Maurice Jones,
90, he might be about 95 pounds, 100 pounds running that ball. And I mean, he run. He tough. It ain't no juking. It's stiff arm running. Yeah. Huh? But he had a good game plan. I will say our best player was hurt. I bet my quarterback is the best player on our team. He out for 2 weeks. He had a fractured arm. He'll be back in 2 weeks. They actually had us down 12-6, and halftime come, made some adjustments. I had to move my corner to inside linebacker because he's physical. Made some adjustments on defense, shut him out in the second half, took it to overtime, and we beat them in overtime on a they took possession first, and we stopped them 4 and out, and we scored on 4th down and won the game. Pretty fun, man, to see the excitements on those little third grader face, man, after winning the game like that. It's pretty fun. I hate it because I'm actually cool with the coach for the other team, but you hate to beat your friend, but to see the look and the enjoyment on the kid's face after you do it, man, I'm telling you, man, it was just, and our fans, man, you would think it was like a little high school game. Both sides, it was into it. It was pretty fun, man. So won that first game in overtime, so I was pretty happy about that.
But okay, 2 things I want to ask you about that. One, is it okay to have friends in the coaching industry like that, but not okay for the kids to be like Instagram cool with each other, even though they're supposed to be rivals?
It's different now. You can have coaches in it because even for me and when me and you played before we played, it's always been coaches that probably grew up friends just like me and you, and then you can't help of what area you live in or something. You might coach a different team than that. Now the Instagram friends and stuff nowadays is different. Because a couple of guys is in the chat, like Brown, even my cousin Tane, Buchanan. You know, if the week we were playing Central, we didn't talk to them. Like we didn't talk to them. I almost said MF, but my bad. But I'm saying like we wouldn't associate with them the week we finna play them. It wasn't no association. If it was any type of talking, it was shit talking amongst each other. It wasn't no friends that whole week leading to that Friday night or that Saturday afternoon when you playing football or basketball. It's different now. You're not gonna see that. They cool and they chilling with each other the night before a game. And then they taking pictures with each other after the game and shit. Like we wouldn't have did no stuff like it. It's just a different time, different era than when we grew up. I don't think you would have seen that with us, how you see it with them now. I mean, do I like it or hate it? No. I mean, it is, I don't really care. It's just something that I don't think our era that we played in would have did. If it was a rival, you went to Spring Hill, you went to Central, the week you finna play them, you didn't say nothing to each other. Same as if you went to Mount Pleasant, I'm just saying our local schools, local area. If you went to any of them schools and you finna play each other that week, it wasn't no talking. If it was talking, it was shit talking. It wasn't no friendship. Then you be friends that following Sunday or Monday after the game. Well, not that following Sunday, depending on who win or lose. Maybe start back that Monday, but you still go talk shit because we all still talk shit amongst each other right now. We all in our 30s, so it was what it was.
So yeah, go ahead and keep racking up those fines, man. See, this is a guy, Raider Nation. What's up, man? Dusty Skelly.
Skelly, man.
Oh wow.
Skelly.
Look at
It's
that
the white
face.
Steph Curry.
Looking like a realtor, man. God, dog.
Man, old business, man. Look,
I
the
like
baby.
it.
He is the Riverside version of the babyface assassin.
Okay, you know what? Now I want to bring some racism in this for just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Here we
some
go.
Racism.
This is
That
all
man
Gales,
gotta-
y'all. This ain't got shit to do with Dean.
Listen, get him the frap out of here. Never scared. Here's a little bit of racism here. That man has a beautiful suit on. We immediately thought success, right? I said a realtor. He said, what, doctor, lawyer, something or other. Now, look, back in the day, me and Sadiq put a suit on and we got clown. Come on now. Come on now. Dean, that's racist. I care about you.
How? How
I
is it
care
racist?
about you.
How?
I'm saying you being racist against black folks. Me and Sadiq.
First of all, you gonna stop that
on
shit.
them suits.
You're gonna
Dustin
stop
Skelly
that
comes
damn.
on
No,
with the suit and the profile pic, and he's just fine. That's absolutely. Look, hold on. Look, let me shout out to Stephen A.
If I could be serious for a moment, right? Which is people really don't see me being serious about too much shit. So if I could be serious for a minute.
Wait,
I'm gonna say this in the most. I'm gonna say this in the most professionally unprofessional way.
Hold on. That's one of my favorite reactions from anybody. What?
Check this out.
What?
I'm gonna be serious for a moment. And to those who know me and you don't think I'm being serious, oh well. But anyway, I'm gonna say this in the most professional, unprofessional way. You're gonna stop that shit saying I'm racist against my own fucking race, okay? Let's get that out of there. Let's get it. And that's it. I ain't gonna say nothing else about it. I don't want to hear no more. The Dean had something against black fathers, black race. Motherfucker, I'm black. Okay. Okay. I was born African fucking American. All right. I don't have nothing against my race. No more. That's it. That's the most nice, professional, unprofessional way I can fucking say it. Pay the man fucking 50,000 times. Don't say it no more.
He is paying all kinds of. For those of you who may be new to the show, we are stalking Disney, the Disney Corporation, Disney company. Mm-hmm. All right, and I told Dean, when you start off, you got to keep it clean, and then once you get your foot in the door, then maybe open up more and more of yourself. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, the iPhone didn't come straight away. They knew the technology. They could have had the best version out there, but no. What you do is you go 5 versions ahead of what you can currently produce. And then you say, this is the first phone, knowing that it's going to shut down, have a meltdown. But wait a minute, now 2.0, right? That's how this sort of stuff works. That's what I'm trying to do with Dean. Dean refuses to listen, right? So we developed a fine system. So anytime you hear me say, pay the man, hashtag pay the man, or see this right here. And look, pretty soon we're going to be doing some giveaways. So I want you guys to get good at this now, right? So you see that, you hear that, you tweet that with the hashtag anywhere, right? At Gales N Dean. That's the GALES, the letter N, Dean, right there. So if you see that, there will be some giveaways. But man, I'm trying to figure Dean out. You literally clown me and Sadiq when we wore suits, but white dude comes through with a suit on. He just is successful. What is that, Dean? What would you call it? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying for you, you tell me what you call that.
First of all, he came with a fucking suit on, and I said something about basketball. How the hell did I say anything about him being professional? I said he was the Riverside version of the babyface assassin. What the hell do that got to do with what do that got to do with them? Me saying he was professional because he was in a damn suit. I'd be damn.
All right, you made a good point right there, my brother.
I made a damn good point.
You understand? You made a good
Carry
point.
on.
Go ahead. You made a good point there.
I made a great damn point.
Here's what you messed up at. I'm gonna show you exactly where you messed up, because you said here on national TV, because yes, it is national, technically. You sat here on national TV with a straight face and said you didn't say nothing about him being professional. But you mean to tell me that we have never had a conversation about white dudes in suits looking professional? That's what you want to tell me. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, by the way. Appreciate it.
Hold on, man. What the hell are you talking about, man?
You know what? Let's do a hard reset. And here's what we'll do. Here's what we do.
The fuck? What are you talking about?
Give me the chocolate. Listen, I'm just gonna skip right past that, man. What WTF y'all talking about? That's my fault. I got off on a side tangent. That's why we hit tropics. Tropics, trending topics, aka tropics. Serena Williams is retiring. Why are we still trying to say that this lady choked versus just appreciating what she's doing?
Because people can't appreciate greatness, I guess. Did she choke? I don't think she choked. Right. Shit. How old is Serena? 41? 42?
40 something. She's in her 40s.
I mean, she got outplayed. Like the girl that she played against is like 20-some years old. Like Serena got her about 20 years. Serena was doing this when this girl was in diapers.
Bro.
I mean, it's just like Tiger. Tiger dominated for years, and then everybody started catching up to him. You know what I mean? Like, it happens, man.
No, whoa. I got to stop you right there, Broski. I care about you. You're saying that people called up to Tiger. I'm saying Tiger just kind of, you know what I mean? No disrespect to all those other golfers, but how he was golfing right off the bat. So we don't even know what his true prime was. I know he probably won like what was it, 3 or 4 in a row, or something crazy like that. He is a few short of Mickelson, but the main thing is between his injuries and his personal life distractions getting involved. I don't think anybody caught up with Tiger. I think Tiger caught up with Tiger. I mean, that man was on the prowl and then devoured himself, and then built himself back up, and then went same that down some of the same roads. But what I'm saying with Serena Williams is like for an athlete at this time, at her age, after a baby, like, because you could talk about Tom Brady. Tom Brady has never pushed a baby out of his body. Never. Right? The absolute most dominant player. And she does it with a lot of power. Does that bother you that she kind of used her God given power to just, that's an edge, right? And we athletes know that you're always looking for an edge. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, you're right, man. But the thing is, so Serena 41, 42, all right, still in great shape. But just like I know, Father Time catch up with you. Like I'm still active. I still get out there and play ball. And the guys I play ball with, we all still active, but everybody in your mid 30s, some guys in their 40s, you can't move like you once could. Shit hurts. Them knees, them hips, them ankles, them Achilles, shit hurts, man. And you could be in great shape still. That shit still hurt when you trying to turn your body and go one direction. You got to make a sudden move and go to another direction, man. It's just like you just ain't got it no more, man. And she did it. She went out on her own terms. She ain't got nothing to say to defend herself. She ain't have nothing else to prove. She's the greatest women's tennis player of all time. I don't give a damn what your boy Jason Whitlock said, his hypocritical ass, that I would love to get him on this show.
No.
She the greatest of all time. She went out on her own terms. She ain't got nothing to defend herself about. Hands down, the greatest.
What did Whitlock say?
That she's not the GOAT. That she's terrible. Being Jason Whitlock. Now, you want to talk about somebody who don't like their own race? Jason Whitlock. And I love to get him on this show.
No, we're not going back. Never go back. Keep on moving forward.
I want him on our show bad.
All right.
So every day, I'm putting shit in his comments, and hopefully he catch it. And hopefully he catch it. And hopefully he join one day. Because I want to ask him, man, what the hell is wrong with you?
Right. See, well, first of all, Whitlock, that's exactly what he feeds off of. We don't want to help him in any way, shape, or form. But we got some good comments in here. She didn't choke, right?
No, she didn't choke.
A bunch of question marks. WTH, did you watch the match? Like, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just really concerned about anybody like who's doing anything that great, and just people still finding a way to try to pick at it, man. I don't know what that is. I don't know why I'm so drawn to it. Why we as a human species is just anything negative, right? It just weighs more than positive things. It just does. Or is that the lie we're telling each other? I don't know what it is. But it's always someone out there, instead of just enjoying, like, man, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that we're getting to see while it happens. Right? The things that are happening in the world. We're living through our whatever version of the Cold War is, or World War II, God forbid. Like some of the greatest athletes of all time. Like getting to your football weekend, we talk about who was it? Played for the Browns, Jim Brown, right? As a running back for the Browns, Jim Brown wasted little time establishing himself as a dominant running back when he set an NFL record that's still held today, 273, right? And 4 touchdowns. I mean, it's just little stuff like that, right? Why are people not just saying, man, Joe Brown is good, the end, right? Not talking about, not saying, well, he's good, but he's not doing this, comparing him to people. Why do we do that, Dean? Why are we so drawn to that negativity?
Because you can't have positive without negative. It's the same thing. And I said I wasn't even going to talk about this. I'm not. But it's the same thing with the debate. Because I'm not going to talk about him to basketball season.
What, Jordan, LeBron?
But
right?
I'm not going into that shit. I'm not talking about Braun into basketball season. I'm sticking to it, but it's the same thing in
All
that.
right, we'll see.
And I give you a small sample of it, right? I'm not a fan of the man on the court at all. But you need people like me to tune in because I want to see him lose so much. But I respect his game as a basketball player, just not a fan of him. But I will come to say when he leave, who the hell am I gonna hate? Who am I gonna dislike? I ain't gonna have nobody to dislike. It ain't really nobody in the NBA right now to dislike.
It's not going to be as fun
It's
watching.
not gonna be as fun. But we're gonna
Right.
talk about that when in October when basketball season comes. But it's the same thing. You got to have a negative for the positive, or vice versa. That's why it's that debate. That debate gonna go on until we 60, 70 years old. You hear me? Like that debate gonna always go
Right.
on. It just is what it is because you got this generation now. They think it's Bron, but you got all of us. Well, some of us in our generation. Mr. Bully's in there. His head all jacked up, so he think it's Bron. But you got
Hey,
most of
stop
our
the fan.
generation
Listen,
that think it's MJ. But
you know
we'll
how they
talk
say
about that
the
when they get
customer.
close to
You know how
basketball.
they say
But
the
that's the thing I'm
customer's
saying.
always. You know how they say the customer's always right.
Yeah,
The
bullshit
commenter is always right
in your damn head.
to them. Well, let me finish. Dang. Well, let's move on then and talk about giving somebody their due. I want to talk about somebody right now who dominated their field for over 9 decades. No other person in their category has been more dominant for that long, period. So we want to send a very late, right, RIP to, you know, to the queen over there across the pond there. Now, wait, what's that look, Dean? What did I do now? What am
I
I
ain't
missing? Wait a minute. What am I missing about Queen Elizabeth, a woman who's in power for over, like, what was it, 70 some years?
man, that was an evil ass fucking person. I ain't sending her
Dean!
no shout out. I don't give a damn, and I don't care who get mad at me. That woman evil as shit. Go do your
What?
research on
Okay,
Queen
no,
Elizabeth.
no, 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 no. I know you need to do some more research, but why? How? How? This old
Fuck
lady
it.
who
That woman was evil as shit.
you know how many
She
hungry
wanted
people she's
she
fed?
one of the leaders of the secret society. I ain't sending her off for no
What
damn
secret
gifts.
society?
You know what secret society. I don't want to say because I don't want us to ban our ass on Facebook. You know what secret society, and she one of the leaders. That woman wasn't damn nice. I ain't shed no damn tear. They doing all this canceling of boxing matches and tennis matches in honor of her. Hey, kiss my ass, man. I don't give a damn.
Wait, well, they do like I think at least a 2 week bereavement where the whole country shuts down.
Shit, they gonna do that if one of us die? Hell no, I ain't giving her no
But
2
we're
weeks.
not a part of a monarch, though.
I don't give a
What
fuck.
are you talking
Give a
about?
damn about
You
no
know what?
damn monarch. She ain't
I,
no damn monarch.
what do you mean? She's not a
She's
monarch.
evil. The woman's evil as shit. She was evil.
So
Do
Dean
some
is gonna do
research on
his.
Queen Elizabeth, and we'll come back and talk about it next week.
I'm just hold on, man. Look, I gotta invite one of them daggum aliens down to talk to us to try to figure this out.
I ain't
But
saying.
hey, welcome to Captain Who That
What's up?
Podcast.
What's
What's
up?
up?
There
What's
he is.
up? Hey, I need you. Did you hear any of what he just said?
Hold on,
Back
I
me
gotta
up.
close some of these apps. Hold on, I got a feedback here. Hold on,
Like,
just
so
a second.
what
My
he's
bad.
Back
doing
me up,
is
Captain.
I
Back
shouted
me
out.
up.
Look, we've been all over the place, and it's my fault. I'm a
There
little
we
bit
go.
spacey. Hey, see what I did there? Spacey. We got the
Back
alien.
me up, Captain.
Here's what I'm saying. So I said, okay, let's go to something that everybody can agree on, man. You know, R.I.P. the Queen, Queen Elizabeth.
Shit.
And you called her evil and everything else,
Woman
everything but
evil,
a
man.
child
That
of
woman was
God.
evil, man.
So,
Man, let me tell you.
oh
This is
no,
how it is for me and the Queen and all that. My name is Wes, and I ain't in that mess. I don't fool with the Queen, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna shit on her name, but
oh, there you go. See, Dean, you got him going. There it is.
but I mean, what I am gonna do, I heard you, giving props to the Queen, but I remember you gave props to Miss Hickman too, so I can't support you at all on that.
Whoa, let's set the record straight.
You
Let's
gonna
set
talk
the
about
record straight.
race?
No.
Racism.
I was very, very clear about this. I was that kid who put his head down and whatever the teacher said to do, I did because that's what I was supposed to do. I was always constantly trying to avoid a whooping from Mama Gills, right? Y'all don't know the tough had to be mom and dad side of Mama Gills. And I make it a point never to deal with that side of Mama Gills. So I did everything I was supposed to. So she loved me. Those are all facts. Okay? Those are all facts.
Did she love you or did she use you?
Well, I mean, she loved my my obedience, and I was rewarded.
I tell you what, ask some of our people in our chats what the hell they thought about her husband Eddie Hickman over there at Central. You ain't gonna get no good reaction.
I didn't say, but not once did I say, "Oh, she was the best teacher ever" or anything like that. I just want to set the record straight. All I'm saying is, she liked my subservience. I guess I don't know because I know plenty of people had their problems and some serious problems at that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. The captain. I have you on here. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Let's go ahead and talk about it. How do we feel about the Little Mermaid trailer, live action? Have you seen it? Do we like it? What?
All right. All these people are tripping out because a fictional creature is black. They did the same thing with what's it called?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
House of Dragons, and it was what was the one? Lord of the Rings.
But what they have to realize is there was a lot of people of color back then. A whole lot of people of color back then. Most of the Cradle of Life started in the Middle East. Color. So how can you hate when there's a black elf? You know what I mean? How can you hate if there's a black mermaid? Like, man, what is that? That's some garbage. That's just the people feeling their dominance slipping. You know, it's like driving a big truck.
Right.
You feel me?
I see.
He's just chewing on it.
No, but I see it, man. So
I'm gonna tell you this shit right here. I ain't seen shit on none of this, so I don't have no fight in this argument. So I'm gonna let y'all two talk this one out.
Okay,
look, this is what a good producer does. I'm gonna get it back to you this way, right? The idea that Colin Kaepernick, you better not kneel, even though people said that's the most respectful thing we do in football. Somebody gets hurt, smashed, laid out on the field, everybody kneels. Is a sign of absolute respect. What do you do before a king or queen? Shout out Queen Elizabeth. You kneel.
Quit shooting her ass out. Shit.
You kneel.
The question: Did he talk about Queen Elizabeth before he talked about 9/11?
Didn't even say shit about 9/11.
Oh, what are you talking about with the show?
Violation. Violation.
What are you doing? I love it. Keep it up. But no, the idea that you better
hold on. Hold on, my bad. I don't mean to cut y'all. But in respect of 9/11, we did not say nothing about it yesterday. That's something that's still heavy on people's head, minds, all those years ago. So we didn't say nothing about it. So that's on us. But yeah.
First of all, man, you don't even know about anything I got planned later on in the show.
We ain't got later on in the damn show. Later on in the show, have we been on 35 damn minutes? What the hell you mean? Shit.
You build to your best things that go. All right, here's the sports tie-in to all that. You know, why are we upset, right? Colin Kaepernick, you better not kneel. But hey, your boy Deshaun Watson, here are your games. Here's your money. We'll see you in a few weeks, right? The idea that sort of power dynamic, if you threaten it at all, you got to go away, right? But if you're willing to play ball, there's a lot that you can get away with, right? Like how in the world are the Tennessee Titans getting away with a loss like that? Explain yourself, Dean.
First of all,
wait, I'm trying to slip it in.
No.
I'm saying a bunch of nonsense and just slip it in there.
I'm not finna defend my damn Titans. I'm gonna say a few things, right? You let AJ Brown go, right? This man goes out yesterday in a dominating performance. 10 catches, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the guy that you traded him for to pick up in the draft, I think had 2 catches and didn't hear nothing else about him on the field. Typical front office Titans. I love y'all
it. I
asses.
love
You
it.
sorry sons of bitches.
But wait, this is just like what the captain was saying about the overreactions between, why is it black? Why is it gotta be so overt? Like, black people have been around since the beginning. Like,
Right.
you
Like we
we've been around
knew.
since the beginning.
Like we just got here. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, wait your turn sort of thing. And it's like, but Dean does the same thing with his overreaction. Man, those are fantasy numbers and those are great. But you have to show me a whole season's worth, right? Even with the bad teams, right? The Titans in their poor thing, my Dallas Cowboys. Ooh. I'm just saying, don't overreact so quickly. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not overreacting. That's not what I'm doing. What up, Brian? What up, Brian Tanner, BT? I'm not overreacting. What I'm saying is you give up by far your best player other than Derrick Henry, okay? And you let him go as you leave the screen again, and you let him go to Philly, and he shined. But the guy that you bring in was nowhere to be found against the New York damn Giants. This is who you brought in to take the place of AJ Brown.
But that's like that typical. That's a typical corporate move, though. Think about it. Think about it. How many jobs? Let's take the sports out of it, and let's just look at the business end of it. Think about how many jobs where they take a great employee that's making good progress and making good production, and they get rid of them and hire somebody in for cheaper that ain't worth a shit.
So that seems to be.
I see it all the time. You
is playing, right?
Right.
I mean, that was a hell of a. I mean, you making all good points, Captain, when you say that shit. And then I've seen some Titans fans when they traded AJ Brown. They was like, "Well, it's a good move because he stayed hurt." Now that ain't all my trophies, buddy. That ain't all my damn trophies. Trust me on that shit.
Wait. For just the people who are listening only.
Right. They're not even my trophies. That's the baby boy trophies.
Let me explain real quick, Dean. So Brian Tanner writes in the comments, why Dean got all his trophies behind him like Jeff Saturday or Daniel Orlovsky from ESPN. My man, shadow greatness that coming. Go ahead, Dean. Do your thing.
them ain't my trophies though. BT, them the baby boy trophies. He's trying to catch up with me. But
he is in storage.
Back to AJ Brown, man. You had some Titan fans that liked that move because they said he stayed hurt. But the thing is, the difference between him and Julio last year, AJ Brown would at least get out there on the field and play hurt. This man would go out there and give you something hurt. Traylon Burks, we traded to get him. Hell, he couldn't even last a day on the field doing training camp. He couldn't even last a day because the training was too hard for him. So you're going to give up your second best player and let him go to Philly and shine, in which I think that's going to be a pretty good thing up there at Philly.
Hold on, Dean. Come on, man. Because what you're saying is it sounds very final, right? Like we messed up the trade because he balled out a game. I'm talking about that kind of just final analysis drives me nuts. And
first of all, they did mess up the damn trade.
Lasted, man.
They did mess up the trade. I don't give a damn. You don't bring in a rookie for your second best player. AJ Brown is not old. He only been in the league like 4 years.
Time will tell. If he gets,
time will tell. It's time will tell.
God forbid. No, I'm saying God forbid. Knock wood that he gets hurt week 2 and he's out for the season. Then they're proven right. Yes or no? Then everything that you just said this week will be null and void next week. That's what I'm saying. Just the final. But the other thing I want to talk to you about is, a great point you brought up, is about the injuries. At least he got out there, even when he was hurt, to try to give you something. Why? Because it's football speak. It's this is what men do. They're hurt and they do it anyway. Like, no, they don't. Look at Baker Mayfield. Look at how his team quickly turned around. They say, "Oh, thanks for playing like garbage while hurt, and we're gonna get rid of you for Deshaun Watson."
I mean, that's the reason I walked away from Spring Hill when I got hurt. I got hurt. They kept throwing little slick shots. Oh, it shouldn't take that long to to get better and da 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 da. I never went back. I DJ'd and made money.
So there you go. The man had an alternative. He had a plan. But this is what I'm saying. The idea that that's so finite, and you praise Brown for getting out there and playing hurt because he wants to try to help his team. He's showing heart. That's a bad business decision. You understand that football, like sports, all of this is transcended what we thought sports was, and now it is just pure, grimy business. And now we have the technology to actually see how the sausage is made, and we don't like it. Look at college football. Did it not seem a little bit more fair? Right? As much as we talk about the trading portals or the not the trading portals, what do you call it? The NIL, but I'm saying like the not trade, what do you call it? The transfer portals, right? The idea that we were talking bad about these kids for wanting money for the work that they were putting in, and when they decided they weren't happy in one place, wanting to leave and go to another place. What does that sound like? It sounds like every head coach in college football. You didn't pay me enough. Bye-bye. I'm going to Texas. Then what happened to all that tradition speech and family and we got to stick together and you stay with the team? Huh? How's that? I can make $11 million a year? All right. I'm out, LSU.
He said LSU.
No, that's exactly what that dude talked about. Family, God, and how we got to stay together and don't quit on your team and transfer. What's that? LSU's offering me how much? I'm out. And it's okay for them, but not okay for the players. The same thing that Dean just said, play hurt, right? And then Baker Mayfield gets tossed aside playing hurt. Why? Because he lowered his status. He lowered his own value, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it all ties in, but I think what people are seeing is that how much of this stuff is a business. And when you start looking at it as a business, then you look at it as like, oh, these kids are doing what? I mean, they're crashing into each other as hard as they can for their team, city, their school mascot, whatever the front, right? Mm-hmm. Crashing into each other, getting hurt, and having to go off somewhere. Like, it's just not fair. And fine, it's not fair, but we need to understand that it's not fair. And I think we're starting to see it more and more. That's right, Tanner.
I mean, all the way down. I know you're talking pro, college, all that stuff.
But I'm talking corporation.
Right. It goes all the way down to even the little leagues, man. I've been offered little stuff through some of the little leagues, and you can tell they plan on trying to turn these little league teams into some sort of $1 million business. And I'm like, these are kids playing football. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I want to get into some details, but I don't because I got some things in the works and it might mess it up.
Well, let's talk. Okay,
bro,
so you don't have to talk about it. Hold on. Let me hide them to the side real quick. You don't even have to talk about it. Let me tell you one. Just point out. Look around you next time you go to a little league game. Did you pay for your son's cleats and stuff? That's basically invested in Nike and all those other places, right? Did you have to pay for your food at concessions? Did you have to pay for the T-shirts and stuff that you use to show your, to show your allegiance? All of this stuff, somebody's getting paid everywhere you look. Where the only people not getting paid are the daggone kids on the field who are risking life and limb. That's all we'll say about it. There you go, Captain. I think it's safe for you now. How's that feel? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback to what Parker said. How they making these little league? They trying to make these into little league team into $1 million like corporation. Because I know it's a team out here that we actually play against. It's a travel team, and the money and the time that's put into that team, they got this team pull up to the game. They got one of those. What's the old little car motorbikes called? You know what I'm talking about? It's a car, but it's like a bike.
Golf court.
No, you're talking about a slingshot.
They pulling up. They got 3 slingshots. They pulling up. So I'm just saying they got 3 slingshots they pull up in. They got a Suburban. It's got all their logo and shit on it, like nice ass shit. They pull up to the game with this. They got they walk in with a music interest. They got the helmet. They got the smoke. it's money, and you see the people who run in this organization. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying. You know what it is. So it's a lot of money being put in this, and if these kids fail, you worry about if they fail. What are these people who put the money in? They go say to them.
Right.
If they don't go out and win these championships, if you don't go out and represent the state of Missouri, because that's what I'm at, and go to Florida and go down there and win a national, what are they gonna say to these kids when they come back? Because they done invested so much money in it. You know what I'm saying? So it is. They turn it's all the way down to little leagues now, man. It's damn near $1 million corporation.
Dang, it's always been down to the little leagues.
Bullshit, hell, because we didn't have no nice shit.
No. I know, but here's what I'm saying. You in Columbia, Tennessee, Pop Warner, right? But what I did notice in sports like baseball, tennis, golf, and sports like that, right? Sort of what you would call your high-end sports. They always existed, right? My mom was a softball coach, and we had one team, Legal Beagles, right? Because they were sponsored by a law firm. They always had the nicest stuff. Everything that you're talking about now, I was a child helping my mom carry, the water cooler, right? I wasn't even in high school myself yet. That's how far back it goes for me personally. And seeing them come up with all little niceties, and just like you're talking about now, just because they had money. But my thing is, when are we gonna start saying, okay, so what? And then start modeling that for ourselves in our communities. I'm not saying go out here and try to buy championships, straight up. What I am saying is, shouldn't you try to get the best coaches? Don't you want your players, a la Deion Sanders, right? Look good, feel good, play good.
But they don't.
You want that for your players?
They're not going to spend money on the coaches. They're not.
Who is that?
The little leagues, they're not going to spend money on the coaches. They're not going to do that.
Not at all.
You do agree that's something that could change as a business
model.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. If you talk to people like from like a high school coaching level to a middle school coaching level, or middle school to elementary, they'll all tell you like they're not on the same page and they're not teaching each other. Like you would think they would all get in line to set these children on a path to where they're learning everything they're supposed to learn, and they're taking it to the next step, to the next step, to the next step. But that's not. Who is that?
Tame, untamed.
That's untamed.
Tame and untamed.
You are fresh milk dud out the box.
I look a little different right now, man. I was going thin the last time you seen me.
I know. He done milk dud it out. He ready for Halloween, nigga. He want the bitch licking on his head.
He joined the club, baby.
Yeah, man.
Right. So I definitely want Untamed's opinion on this, because what you're talking about, so it exists in Little League all the way through the pros, like even Hall of Fame. Like, so Little League is a bunch of quote unquote donations. College football is technically supposed to be quote unquote donations, right? NFL is about how, your profit, how much are you making, right? Even the Hall of Fame, though, you understand that people they spend all kinds of money campaigning to be voted into the Hall of Fame. Now, you always have your people like, Tom Brady is just a lock, right? But just about everybody else from like 4 and on, they're usually paying money for billboards, commercials. They're taking these writers who have a vote. They're taking them out to dinners and stuff. Like, it just don't end. The Yankees, the Dodgers, they spend a lot of money making sure they have the best opportunity. Now, sometimes the execution isn't there, but I'm just saying, like, the idea that all this social media and stuff exists now, I think we just see it more often. And if you watch it long enough, you're like, yeah, that's kind of messed up that the vendors are being paid, the janitors are being paid, the ticket people up front, the t-shirt merchandising people, the coaches, assistant coaches, all the way to the water people. But the actual people who are playing, no, this is for your tradition. You get an education, right? These are the things that you get over here. And the longer you look at that, with it being so out in the open, the longer you start to see that. So did you notice that in Little League? And then where are you at on this? Should we try to stop it, or should people who don't have try to get?
Well, I mean, the big thing about this topic is, you're talking about the flash, you're talking about, like Timmy said, they pulling up in slingshots, Suburbans, all of that stuff, you know what I mean? But you got to realize the kids ain't asking for this. That's them doing what they want to do, what they wish they had back when they played. So the big controversy that's happening now is that we got so many parents and coaches that's trying to live what they couldn't do through these kids. And it's sad because when you look at the top tier teams and stuff like that, what they're doing all this extra stuff for and things like that, when they lose, or especially they lose a game that they're not supposed to lose,
Mm-hmm.
you can only imagine what happens in practice. You embarrass me. You embarrass the coaches. You so
Right.
it all like it always comes back to them. You know what I mean? And I really don't like it because I mean, like, as you go up the ranks and you see like a lot of those kids that are good on them type of teams, they never pan out at the high school level. And if they don't pan out at the high school level, they don't even get a chance at college. But if you just go and you just teach these kids the game, because that's something that we're struggling with right now. Kids are not getting taught at the little league level. Then they're not really getting taught at the middle school level. So then they get to high school. They got 4 years to learn the sport. You know what I mean? I've seen girls, guys playing on 9th, 10th grade, 11th, some even 11th grade, who can't use their left hand in basketball. They can't do a left hand layup and things like that. But they may hit 2 or 3 threes and they think they're going to go D1 because they've been built up to if you do one thing right, we're going to celebrate it. You know what I mean? Like you're going to get the ride front seat in the slingshot. And they're
Ooh.
getting just getting deteriorated at such a young age, man, that it's just all about flash.
But I'm gonna piggyback you, man. I'm gonna call one out, and hell, this some gun as close to me as you can get, and that's my oldest son. That some gun think he damn Jordan, LeBron, Kobe all in one. I'm like, bro, you can't even go left. But the thing is, he'll go to one team and dominate against lesser talent. And you got these coaches and stuff that put in his head this big. He think he great. To when he have to go play against talent that can match him or is better, he shuts the hell down. And I tell him all the time, bro, look here. You can't go dominate a lesser talent and talk shit. And then when you get out there with your equal or somebody better, you shut down. That ain't how it go. Because you got people in your head praising you and stuff because you went out there and dominated against lesser talent. No, if you're gonna do it, you go do it against you go do it against the talent that is at your level or better. That's how you get to the D1 and shit. You going out there and you dominating daggum, and I'm gonna say just a little, you going out and dominate Culleoka. No disrespect, Casey Holt, but you going out there dominating Culleoka. But then when you go up there and play Blackman, you dominate Culleoka, you got 35, you go play Blackman, you got 2 with 17 turnovers and you ain't know where to be found. That ain't impressing me.
But that's fine as long as it's not consistent.
That shit ain't fine. No, it ain't.
Give him the frap out. Can I finish 2 sentences in a row? Give him the frap out of here. Thank you, producer. Finally. Now, if you will allow me to finish, wonder why I call him racist against his own people. If you allow me to finish, I say that's fine as long as it's not consistent. It's everybody get dumped on or have a bad game from time to time. But if it is consistently watch it, Dean. If it is consistently done, then it's a different problem. Jordan went in, dominated, and then was shut down by Detroit. And then he put some more work in, and then he turned it around.
But
that mindset, I think, is what we're missing in teaching this generation.
Well, I mean, that generation they don't understand. They don't understand that. Like, it's not.
But
it's
why not? I
where,
like that you said that. This generation don't understand. Why don't they?
Because it all starts with the participation trophy. You know, at a young age, everybody wins. So if you're winning, you're not going to be more prone to understand your failures and understand what it is you need to put more work in to work on. So like now it doesn't, that mind frame is gone. Like you see a very select few. And when I say very select few, you're talking about your top 100 in the nation that understand, well, before I go to school, I'm going to get up 5 o'clock, hit the weight room, get my shots up, or get some swings in, or get some throws off of football, whatever it takes to make you better. They don't do that. They don't understand that that's too much, or they don't want to be picked on for working more than their peers.
That's so strange.
And but it's the truth, But like one thing I can say, it's with me when I was in college. I mean, my teammates, I'm getting 1,000 swings in a day. That's why my wrist and stuff so jacked up right now. because I didn't want to be the what if person. What if I would have worked out more? Things like that. I feel like I gave my all, and I mean, at the end of the day, God had this purpose, for what it is He wanted me to do. I asked him to turn. I told him I wanted to turn pro. I prayed to turn pro, and I turned pro. But it was in bodybuilding. It wasn't in ball. You know what I mean? But
You don't know how you're working.
yeah, So I mean, it is like it's. And then with me coaching in this generation, which I can give my girls credit, basketball. I mean, they understand it. You know what I mean? They truly do. After practice, like I'm having to wait for 10 girls to leave the gym because they all getting shots up or dribbling drills, things like that. Like I like that. You know what I mean? Because I thought it was a lost art. But that's what we need to start instilling in these kids like early, but they're not getting it.
That's exactly right, man. It's the lean into the sacrifice and the discipline, right? And understand there's something on the other side of that. But
Right.
now we live in a world where everything is instant gratification. I post this picture, I get 100 likes, like snorting cocaine. So I'm told, right?
Do that again.
Hey, no, but I'm just saying the idea that like
That was
I
pretty
need
funny.
my
That was pretty
fix
funny.
right now. I need you to tell me I'm good right now. Telling the kid to study for a test for 6 weeks and then the final test is going to be really easy. It's like a fairy tale to them. You know what I mean? It's an
I'm a
absolute fairy
piggyback you
tale.
on that.
Did somebody
Right.
say cocaine? No, I'm just playing.
Dale, I'm a piggyback you on that, man. And that is, you see that more and more with today's generation. They need that. I'm good. Like you got to tell them they want to hear that, so they don't think they got to work. Like
Right.
I said, you got to have one dominating game, and it's like you think, oh, and you post it on YouTube. Oh, I'm a baller, but look at your other 20 games. What the hell did you do?
Okay, but it's I don't know how to put this. I feel like we're
Go ahead,
running out of
finish.
time.
It's beyond even just in the sports though, man. Like the whole culture, somebody explained it to me. A younger guy explained it to me. He said the music and everything teaches people how to get quick bags. It's just about getting the bag, getting the quick, that instant gratification. It's not about building a legacy because you might be rapping today, you might be playing football tomorrow, you might have a pizza line in a few weeks. It's about how to get the bag. You in and you out, you in and you out. You're not building a legacy, you're just getting it where you can get it.
But off that, Pico, how many people actually get the bag though?
It depends on the amount of capital.
Enough.
It depends on the amount of capital. You gotta look like the Catch Me Outside girl, off of Dr. Phil.
Right.
You know what I mean? She ran 60 million on OnlyFans.
Right.
Right. Well, look,
She
everybody laughing at her.
has a video game, a mobile video game about stealing cars because on her rap sheet she had been arrested for stealing cars. They just in and out. Oh, she's not a video game production company, but one hit game in and out, boom, boom, boom. I don't necessarily agree with that. That's not a permanent thing, but at the same time, they're building wealth doing that.
Right. But what makes it? But I guess what I'm trying to say is, she done that. She took full advantage of it. How many people are like, man, bump this? I'm gonna try to be her.
Right.
But okay. But most of them don't make it. I think is what your point is. But enough do make it that it keeps people in the game.
But that enough that makes it is 100 out of 1,000,000 that's trying.
Right.
It don't
absolutely.
matter. But if that's all you see on
Absolutely.
social media, on mainstream media, wherever, right? A billboard, a bus. I watched a bus ride by, and people telling me who I need to call. Like it's just everywhere. It's nothing new.
Hey,
it's just everywhere.
Hey, Dean, them glasses start hurting your eyes, dude.
Hey, look, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had them damn glasses on and the little pieces in the back with these headphones. That shit would hurt like a motherfucker. And I couldn't get the producer to get me off in time. I said, you know what? They just got to see me take this shit off. That shit was hurting. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I get for trying to look cool.
As a team,
cool
as
hurt
a
some
culture,
damn time.
As a culture team, we have decided that we all want the best and that middle class life is not good enough. Everybody got to be a celebrity. Everybody's got to be a millionaire, and if you ain't doing that, then you ain't nothing, you know.
But we
And we
didn't
got to get
decide that. We were sold that.
right,
We were sold that.
absolutely. But
The
we
people
have
who were in control of like what rap songs made it on the radio and got pushed on the front aisles of Walmart, wherever, they had everything cornered, and we were told exactly what to value. And because we don't have people around, because of policy and all kinds of stuff, to tell us otherwise, or at least to see it enough in real life, right, to want to follow it, right? If I live next door to a dude, like, what do he do? He cut grass. Man, look at that house. Look at his cars. I want to be that. But because we've decimated ourselves in so many different ways, whether it be environment, community, education, whatever, right? We were told what to value. And so we said, okay, this is what I value. It goes all the way back to slavery with Sunday's best. Slaves got beat less if they were going to be washed and clothed and taken to church on Sundays to show off to other slave owners. I know we're going crazy. Just stay with me. You showed off to other slave owners that I'm a better slave owner than you. Look how well my slave is. That was a flex. Back in the day, that was a rocket ship back in the day. I'm living so well, my slaves are living well. And so what we did was say, okay, everybody dress up and that's how you succeed. All right, go ahead. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Tay.
Hey,
we
man.
couldn't wait.
Your examples, bro.
he reaching way over here.
I went for another comment. This is why I need Rich. This is why I need Rich. He'd be like, hey, man, what you trying to say, bro? Get to the point.
Hey, look, hold on, check this out, man. We went from talking sports to culture to damn slavery.
Bro.
In a matter of 5 minutes.
Everything.
But no.
No.
But hold on, I'm gonna get back serious. But like, so go back to you. What you said, Gail, we kind of showed this. I know for us, like me and Tane, we grew up in the same neighborhood, and a lot of people that we know grew up over in that neighborhood. Paco, you came over there. Gail's hell, you lived over there. Right. We all grew up basically grew up in the same neighborhood. But like, so growing up in that neighborhood as a youngster, you know, you see the drug dealers, you see all this shit, you see the nice cars, you see the jewelry, you see the money. And I ain't gonna lie and not say that shit wasn't intriguing. You know what I'm saying? It was like, cause you seeing this at, you know, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 until when you get that age, it's like you want to kind of be like, all right, should I dip and dabble in it? That shit was flashy. You see it, it was nice. Like, all right, I want this. I want that nice car. I want this money in my pocket. I always want to stay fresh. But then,
hey, and they always kept some decent women around them. Because
exactly. So you want that entertainment. You wanted that too. You know? You wanted that too. So I get what you're saying. Like, we were showed that because really growing up like that, you were showed that, and you had to make that choice. Do I want to go run this football? Do I want to go shoot this basketball? Do I want to go hit this baseball? Do I want to become a DJ or a computer whiz like Paco? Or, you know, as Gail's a book genius that got a chance to go to Vanderbilt on full scholarship, hit that genius. Baseball, and also is smart, got a chance. So you got to weigh your option. You want it the fast way and quick, or you want to work at it and get that. You know what I'm saying?
But I would say too, the difference in back then compared to now. Back then, even if we tried it and we said that we wanted to do it, they wouldn't let us. Because they would, I mean, they would tell me, man, your head on too straight. I mean, you know, even like some parties and stuff like that, get into altercations, they would push me out the way, or you know, us that they like, man, y'all got a future. No, we gonna do this. You see what I'm saying? You know, like, and I think that's kind of difficult. Like, not everybody want to be like that next person, but the next person, he can't even defend himself. You see what I'm saying? So he trying to drag the youngsters to do the dirty work, and he ain't got to do it. You know, but back then, you know, like you said, I mean, we see it. I mean, it was intriguing. You know, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like it was really, really intriguing. But also, too, if we thought about it, man, they went from the let us do. Man, get your tail out there on that baseball field. Get your tail on the football field. You know what I mean? That's where you gonna make something for yourself. You know, so that's why I respected the ones that I did see doing that, because they was like, bro, this ain't finna be you. You know what I mean?
To piggyback off of, to piggyback off of what Tame was saying even more is, back then there was drug dealers. People idolized the drug dealer. Now people idolize the drug user. All the the rappers and stuff, they went from rapping about drug dealing to drug using. So everybody's a slick glorified junkie.
That's
But
true.
even
You
before
know what?
that,
Hey,
it was about educate yourself and know who you are, be somebody. The Lean on Me
I've
type
never,
movies, and then it switched to all the bling bling era.
bro,
Right?
I've never seen so much like these rap songs. They talk about drinking the lean or popping the pills. Like Paco said, you go up by a slick addict. But back when we were growing up, ain't nobody, you hear rap song, well, nobody talk about rapping about hitting no damn crack pipe. We wasn't finna hit no damn crack pipe. You know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't gonna like, okay, I'm gonna walk around, I'm gonna crack it. You got joked on. But now, like you said, it's all in them songs, and it's what most do you see teenagers and stuff doing?
Oh yeah,
That's what they do.
Yeah, Emily.
Hell, even people our age, but I'm talking more of a younger crowd,
right.
between 15 to 25. Dude, if you go to a party or you just out, go to a bar, anything, you'll see somebody just sitting up there like they just be gone. I'm like, you can't even try to defend yourself if something happens because you basically sleep standing up.
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't want to be like it.
They be faking that jump because they think it's cool. They take a picture, standing on the wall like they out, you know what I mean? Like they done something. Man, you over there ate some Tic Tacs, man. You know what I mean? But
I'm sure that happens a lot.
Now.
But I'm sure that happens a lot, especially in smaller markets like a Columbia or Spring Hill, right? But in Dallas, whole different thing. Whole different thing. You asked Mo 3, who got executed on one of the biggest freeways in the nation. Like it said, these dudes literally balled up a company like a week or so before, and they just went sideways and crashed into each other to back it up when he was on the highway and killed him in broad daylight. That dude was young. This dude that you're talking about, Dean, this PMB Rock,
just got killed tonight.
Got killed at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. Is that what you said?
Yep. Try to from the reports, TMZ, and they usually pretty accurate. He was in there eating with his girlfriend or whatever. Try to come in and rob it. Basically, robbery gone bad. He didn't want,
right.
He probably came in there. He probably had a couple of $100,000 worth of jewelry on and stuff. That's what. But it's like I was talking to you earlier about that, right? Mm-hmm. When you're at that magnitude, right? I know you want to be flashy and shit, but you got to think about when you go to a city like Los Angeles, you go into a city like Chicago, you go into a city like Dallas, or even Miami, the other side of the Miami, across the bridge, Miami. Man, you going in these establishments or just a gas station or just a regular place, it's a goon out there watching you. It's somebody out there don't give a damn. Young Dolph got killed in his own neighborhood in Memphis. You got all that on, somebody want that, and they're going to do whatever it takes to come get that. And they want the clout that they got you and took you out.
Well, people have died in Colombia. It's just about that type of person who believes it enough to take it to the extreme. We started one way, then it was pretending to be on drugs, and it was being on drugs, and then it was, I'm going to kill you. We pretend to be gangsters, and then now it's to the point where these companies are just scooping these young kids up and putting some life insurance on them.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say
now. It's like a whole separate industry, right? Because they have put in the music and media so much. They've gotten rid of the fathers. They've weakened the position of the mother, right? All this baby daddy stuff. Like, mother's supposed to be one of the most, beheld thing out there. But if you, in your community, make it look like a bad thing, right? And put them in a position to make them look bad, then you got no mom, no dad. What else do you have? Well, I got this song that makes me feel some type of way, right? And this community, who if I act like the songs do, they'll let me in, and I at least, none of them are planning to live to 2021. That's like a badge of honor. Yeah, I ain't gonna be here, so I might as well spend it, smoke it, poke it, shoot it while I'm here. Like it's really gotten to that point. When I talked about Mo 3, that happened in Dallas, and it's happening everywhere. And it's absolutely seeping into our towns as well. But it's no different. My main point tonight is no different than what's happening in NFL and college, what's happening in these companies that the captain is talking about, right? This idea that now we're being made aware of how things are actually done and built and made. And it's just like, well, I thought college football was all about tradition. Like, no, go watch the SMU tapes. Are you kidding me? It's just a rich oil dude who's like, man, I want my team to do better than your team. That's it. Spent millions on these kids easily. I mean, it's crazy. It's everywhere. But my thing is, what are we gonna do to try to reverse something like that? Because you can't just go back to old school, Dean. You can't put that toothpaste back in the tube, right? You can't just say, no, we gotta be tougher on them. It don't work on this generation like that anymore, right? You gotta build trust and everything. What is it? The toothpaste thing?
But
Like,
man,
y'all trying to put toothpaste back in the
No,
tube?
no.
toothpaste back in the tube.
You can't do it.
But check
You
this out.
just
Like,
can't do it. So
and-
I'm saying, what is like? You're a coach. I'm a coach. I know Tame does some coaching. True, Paco helped us, so therefore he's a coach.
right.
Like, what do you do to this generation to just get that energy pointed towards something productive and viable?
Man, you know what? You've asked me this 1,000 times, and I ain't even been funny. Like, I'll be real. We talked about this numerous of times. Me and Tame talked about this. Me and Paco, like, all on our personal time, have talked, like, when we on the phone, and I still can't give you an answer. I don't know what the hell to do to get to them these days. I don't. And that's
they're gonna be
kind of
their
messed up
own-
because we older now. So the shit that we went through, you think we can give knowledge, but I really don't think they give a damn about the knowledge we try to give them.
No, they don't.
They become so nihilistic, right?
They're just gonna have to learn from their own mistakes. T.I., when he was talking about his son, and he was like, "Stop giving me parenting advice. I have whooped him. I've disciplined him. I've taken everything from him. He just gonna have to be a man and learn that lesson. He gonna have to hit his head now." He said, "I know what's in his future, prison." They're gonna have to learn from the examples of each other. If they won't listen to us, they're gonna have to learn when their first classmate overdoses on drugs. Oh, well, that's a thing. That's real. That's just not on television. Or when their first classmate dies drinking and driving. I remembered our first classmate that died drinking and driving. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to have to learn through life. Hey, once you stop listening to your elders and stop taking advice from people who've been through that, it is what it is, man.
But I mean, I guess the scary thing with me when I look at it is that are they really gonna learn from it, or are they gonna try it but try not to have the same outcome?
Some of them get better. What's the saying? How's the saying go? Be good or be good at it, right?
Yeah. So I mean, that's
The one
scary part, with me in this generation, man. It's just because you just don't they don't learn. You know what I mean? Like they see it, oh well, and then they just continue on to do what it is that they've been doing.
That's a front. They absolutely learn, and I think it's more like you are talking about, which is I'm trying to figure out how I can still not clean my room and not get in trouble. Like, can I be slick about it? Okay, can I be more slick about it? I mean, my son ain't supposed to eat in the living room, and he had a banana behind his back. I was like, I can see the banana, man. You eating in here. And so he looked at me, and then he tried to put it under the pillow. Like, okay, now you can't see. But I saw you put it under there. He's 3, y'all. But he's already trying to figure out, I could just eat at the table and not get in trouble. Or I could try to put it under the pillow instead. Let's try that. So I think y'all somewhere in the middle for real.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had a good comeback that was gonna be serious. But you just lost me on that shit right there.
Oh, so
I don't even know. I don't remember what I was gonna say, man. When you did the same thing about the pillow and the banana under the pillow, it just lost me. That was funny.
Hey,
But I do remember what I was gonna say.
There it is.
So this internet clap is an MF. I ain't gonna say the word for these youngsters. They all like the internet clap. They're gonna do whatever they can, whether it be good or bad, to get their social media clout, their internet clout. They want it. And I mean, you take the little crazy ass dude the other day that went on the killing spree in Memphis. And then when they caught this little evil fucker, I will say that about him, because that was just an evil act. When they caught that little evil fucker, this dude laughed about taking innocent lives. All for the internet clout. And he might have been high on somebody. He just might have been demonic and fucked up. We don't know. But he smiled about it. That's going to go viral. That picture of him doing this in the back of that car, that's going to go for years and years and years. This something didn't give a damn. And he did it all on live. He went live to do this.
He did it in the right city, too. Because if he'd have been in any other city, his black behind would have been dead. Boy, he'd been dead.
That was the thing with me that I was thinking. I was talking about too. I mean, like when it's time for you to fear for your life, then you don't do it. You know what I mean? But you pull me over and I reach for something, and it's my wallet or something like that. Are you gonna fear for your life then? You see what I'm saying? Like that's the part of the question. And I mean, I know I may be looking at it the way that most people don't look at it, but shit, fuck it. You know, like, oh, my bad, man. I mean, I got called up. Go ahead with the.
I opened up the floodgates early today, but
Yes,
I did. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, but it is what it is, though.
But I'm saying, I think somewhere in the middle is what we're gonna have to do. We definitely, I feel like we all agree that it's got to happen with the next generation, so they're prepared to prepare the next generation, so on and so forth. But the how we do that, man, I see this coach, like they do a lot of this mindfulness stuff now, right? I remember, I'll never forget it. First time that we had a mindfulness period in football practice. I had no idea what was going on. Blew the whistle, 12th period, whatever it was. Everybody started taking their helmets off, laying down on the ground, and the coaches, while I was in training, were going around and empty your mind. Think about what you had going on today. That's not who you are. That's just a situation that you were in. Little stuff like that. I'm thinking like,
where did they do this at?
This is here in New Mexico.
Oh.
But you seeing it spread a lot more and more, especially the younger these people are being. So you look at a Ben Simmons, right? How do you deal with the Ben Simmons? How do you deal with Kevin Durant? Because you want the talent, right? We want to see the talent. So it's all that matters is how can I get this product out there? And if you want to say mental health, fine. Let's get these mindfulness exercises, this, that, and the third. Let's educate, right? So like my kid will come to me now, well, I just feel triggered by XYZ. And all right, go upstairs, cut the lights off, pull the cover over your head and see if that helps. No. Well, what if we put some work in over here and try that? How do you feel now? Oh, I actually feel better. There you go. We're really going to have to really dig deep in our imaginations to figure out how to reach these kids. Because then it's a lost cause. It's too, that's not good enough.
I do know one thing. We damn sure can't reach them how we was reached.
Nope.
That's out the picture. It's just gone. Mm-hmm. It is. Yep. Like, dude, I even look at my own damn parenting. I'm so weak now to how I was raised. Ain't no way in hell my daddy would have been as soft as me. And that's for all of us. Our daddies was strict. But it's like, damn, I ain't nowhere like him. I give in and every damn thing. So it even fall on us as parents. You know what I'm saying? It really do. It's hard with you because I'm soft now. Softer than I ever was. I'm like, damn, like what the hell would he be looking down thinking? Like, nigga, you mean like my bad.
All the way comfortable.
My fault.
But more to come.
I'm talking about
that's what Uncle Ron gonna say though.
Yeah, I'm talking about, but that's something my daddy was like. He was up there like, dude, like what are you doing? Like this ain't how you were raised. And I'm like, shit. It's like.
But you respected it enough. You respected him enough for that to affect you too, right? Because you think about it now. I mean, they got the same threats now as then, right? But they don't respect. I guess they don't respect that same threat, right? Back in the day, my mom looked at me like I'm crazy. I'm dropping everything. I don't know what I got in my hands that's causing her to look at me like that, but all of it's got to go. I'm just staying still for a while. Right? These kids now
like, how did I create this big behemoth walking through my house, eating up every damn thing? That's what she was looking at.
Everything. But hey, I dropped all the cheeseburgers, the cup of tea, the last Pepsi, everything. Because I don't know what's going to get me in trouble. But kids now, they'll look at you right back. They'll try you.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing that we all experience, and then people before us. If you was out showing your ass, I don't care, Walmart, mall, movies, restaurant, and you went with your parents, somebody that knew your parents was going to get on your ass, and then that message was going to get relayed to your parents, so when you got to the house, your ass was going to get in trouble again. You can't even say nothing to kids now because you got to go fight the parent. And they getting mad at you saying. Right. Back then, it was allowed. It wasn't no way if Leo seen me out and got on my ass for showing out. And he went and told my daddy. My daddy wouldn't go argue Leo. They go both talk shit to me right there.
Yep, they gonna get in your ass. Yep.
Right there together. You ain't gonna see that no more.
Nah, man. My ex-wife, we lived in an apartment complex, and this kid was bouncing a basketball off of my ex-wife's SUV windshield, standing there, boom, 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 just sitting there bouncing it off the windshield. And she opened the door and yelled at him. His mama was sitting outside watching him do it from across the street and wanted to fight my ex-wife because he yelling at the kid that's throwing a basketball against the windshield. Dean, if you walked outside and caught a little kid bouncing a ball off of your Hummer windshield, oh, man.
What you gonna do, Dean?
Hell, he already mad. This is a fictitious example. And he's steamed right now, trying to smile through.
You got to hit him in the heart with these metaphors. You can't talk about bananas. You got to talk about the Hummer.
Bro, look, it ain't no gold mine or nothing. But considering I've been wanting them damn things ever since I was about 15, just know.
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't gonna be. Like, I'm gonna take that ball bouncing something off his damn head 3 or 4 times.
Ain't gonna be no ball left. You gonna
That's the problem though. So like now that woman, she getting into it with your ex-wife about something that he's clearly doing that's wrong. But he's basically he's seeing it as like she's defending it. So how does he know that that's wrong?
My behavior.
Doing it.
Parents have an agenda now. There is a black agenda to where you do not teach your kids to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, because of some, and it's not a respect thing. It's
like a viral,
like servitude.
This is what they made us do in slave time, so we don't do it now.
Yeah, so I'm not less than you, so I don't tell you yes sir, no sir. That's crazy. Everybody got their own.
Well, I guess I'm just less than because shit. To my elders, I still say it. I don't give a damn what color he is. I'm sorry.
Well, I say it to my kids, but what I teach them is you got to give what you want back, right? I'm saying yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am to my 4 children because I demand it back. And that's the exchange I want them to. You go put that out there in the world, and you better demand it back. If they're not giving it to you, you got to go elsewhere, right? But with the example of the kid bouncing the ball off Dean's Hummer, I feel like in 2022, I go, man, you got a pretty good stroke. Hey, you got a pretty good arm. Let me see. Hey, have you tried this? Try to go between your legs. Hey, there's a little basketball goal. Try to get in that hoop over there. It's just to absorb, be angry, and then redirect that energy towards something.
You can tell you cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, damn right. I'm gonna tell you one thing about it. I'm gonna tell you one thing about it. One thing about it, too, baby. Sure, I go outside, he dribbling that ball off my damn car. I'm not finna say dribble something through your legs. I'm finna take that motherfucker and hit him as hard as I can in his chest.
This is the problem.
And then I'm ready to get down with the daddy. Because that's what I want to talk to. I want to go have a discussion with your daddy. Because what are you training your kid? If your kid sitting there bouncing his car off of somebody's vehicle.
Tails and Dean first, okay? That's what we doing.
Wait,
that's what we doing.
I'm sitting there trying to cover on my screen. Can I blur that? What's he doing? What are you doing? Hey man, this ain't look. You're not in international space, my man. This is Earth. They don't like that around here.
But I'm just saying, like,
what do you say?
I want to
quietly and carry a big stick, not show it on the interwebs.
I want to go have a discussion with your daddy because how are you teaching? What are you teaching him? You don't.
Man, my daddy ain't here. Shut up, old man. Go.
And that's probably what I get. Unfortunately, that's probably the reaction you get. I ain't even gonna lie. Like you probably right.
But I'm saying, like, so my execution is not like that all the time. But I do feel a special sense of pride when I'm able to just zen out, explain the expectations, and let you know expectations met. Here's a reward. Expectations missed. Here's your correction. Right? I mean, so the new training we have to go through in football at the high school level is you cannot run a child as punishment. So what we do as coaches, do we say, oh, well, okay, when they're acting up or not listening or whatever, poor conditioning, whatever it is, I can't make them run. No. We didn't take running out. We just changed our vocabulary. Hey, you're not listening. Let's go get better. Take off. Go get better. Hey, let's work on some wind sprints, right? We got to work on your acceleration. You know what I mean? Like we just have to keep finding ways to build that dam, so to speak, and redirect that towards something positive.
I think they should make them take shots of cod liver oil. Y'all ever tasted cod liver oil?
No,
That
but
is
who gonna clean up
awful.
all that throw up? Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Think it through, buddy. Think it through. Look, man, Tame from Untamed Fitness, the captain, Paco, Demario Liggins, if you're gonna write him a check from the Who That podcast. Let's start with Paco, man. Like, what y'all got going on? The show back up and running.
Oh yeah, we're nearing the end of season 3. So we've got a few things going on. We've got a female personality that comes on. Jamie Moorhead's been coming on. We're gonna go when we end season 3. We're gonna go and start hitting businesses up and doing like some live shows in the business. It'll just look like a live stream. It's nothing fancy, but we want to showcase some businesses and stuff like that and kind of show the world a little bit of what we're doing and what other people are doing all at the same time. So that's what we got going on right now. Eyes Wide Shut. We will be there live. That's an art exhibit that's happening in Nashville. Check it out. Get your tickets on Eventbrite.
There it is, man. Shout out to what y'all did at Embers, man. Let's
Oh,
talk with
yeah.
Gales and Dean. Studio 65 came together with Embers. That was fun, man. Wish I could have
Yeah.
been a part of.
That was
Appreciate you, Mr.
that was the shit.
Appreciate you, Captain. Mr. Tame, Untamed Fitness. What y'all got going on, man? You gonna be on the front of any more romantic novels? What's up, man?
And I don't know. He actually hit me up, and I'm supposed to be doing the photo shoot here with him. He wants to do one either November, December, but your boy been eating a little bit, man. So I ain't all already right now, but I don't know. I mean, I know I'm gonna get a shoot in with him, and then it's also, a couple photos that we did last time that he's talking about using. So hopefully that one's gonna be out. That book gonna be out maybe January, February. He was saying. So, just doing my thing, man. Reading them contracts.
Hey, I read my contract, man. We talked about that Saturday night on the other show. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you. So look, one of those things, he's talking about. So not having that personal example, right? I love how I show my wife a book cover, and she's looking at the title. That's an interesting title. I said, no. Look at the picture. He was like, oh, that's Tame. Wow, like, you know what I mean? Like we can't even fathom that somebody who's on book covers. This man's picture's on a book cover. You know what I mean? Like Paco and all this production stuff, like the people he's worked with, like we really are not paying attention to what's happening. And if we're not paying attention, the kids aren't, which means they don't have an alternative example of how to make money or get the bag or chase and pursue your dreams and how to do it successfully. I think we need to do more of it, man. So I'm glad to, Who That stopped by, Untamed Fitness stopped by. Dean, man, listen, I know you're a Christian. I am too. Before we go, I want to tell you about this Christian wife, right? So apparently, she was married to a very selfish dude. Dude says, when I die, I want you to bury me with $50,000. Promise me that. So she promises. And so he dies. And so look, her friends were like, you aren't really going to bury him with $50,000, are you? And she says, yeah, I'm a good Christian woman. And so she wrote a check.
That's all. I have nothing. I have nothing to come back on that. That was a dad joke. And he do it every week. So I just have to be silent for a minute. All right. That was yeah. I don't know what the hell that was. He just said, people, I'm sorry. I apologize for him in advance. But anyway, to everybody who joined the show tonight, I appreciate it. Paco, the captain, Who That podcast, Untamed Fitness, IFBB Pro, Courtney English, my cousin, my brother, love you. Thank y'all for coming on the show. You always welcome every week. Like having y'all on, like your points, like your arguments, love all that. Everybody that was in the chat, man, we appreciate y'all. Stay in the chat every week. We feed off of y'all. We feed off y'all energy in the chats. Need your feedback. What we doing right? What we doing wrong? Talk shit. Do it all. Love it. I appreciate everybody who watched the show and everything. As I get hit with pay the man at the end of the thing, we're gonna keep this thing going. We see y'all back next week. Hey, surprise, surprise. And don't tell them what Gales and Dean gonna have up their sleeve. Peace and love. We out.